We are talking all about Hasson Reddick here on this edition of Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here. Thanks for stopping by. As Hasson Reddick has been given permission to seek a trade and move on from the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll talk about the possibility of bringing him to Baltimore and show you what some insiders are saying about the possibility coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do that, we started a brand new sub-battle here on the channel last week between ourselves and the Browns Report, led by the dog hater Matthew Peterson, the fake leader of the Dog Pound, PETA. I encourage you to go give Matthew Peterson a call. Here's the deal, okay? We're battling Browns Report all month long and new subscribers. We don't want to just beat them on the football field, but off the football field as well, and show them why we have the best fans in the National Football League. Subscribe now for the latest happenings in your favorite team. Let's win this sub-battle and see who comes out on top before the end of the month. We begin with a tweet or post, whatever Elon's calling it these days, from Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network, saying the following on Sunday. Sources: Eagles All-Pro edge rusher Hasson Reddick has received permission to seek a trade following another disruptive season featuring double-digit sacks. The 29-year-old, with 27 sacks over 2 seasons in Philly, could land elsewhere. And so, with that, what about the Baltimore Ravens? Last Word on Sports recommended this possibility, saying the following. Baltimore Ravens led the league in sacks last year, but Justin Madubuike, Jadeveon Clowney, and Kyle Van Noy are all set to be free agents. The fact of the matter is that Baltimore will not be able to bring everybody back. So a trade for Hasson Reddick might be their best option. Madubuike will return no matter what, but Baltimore replacing Van Noy and or Clowney with a younger Reddick makes plenty of sense. And look, here's the deal. Ravens have 20 free agents, right? And I know that they're working on the cap space, which currently stands around $7 million, where there'll be some money that frees up and whatnot. But the reality is you're simply just not going to be able to bring everyone back. And if you're able to pull off a trade to bring in a guy like Hasson Reddick, who is right in the thick of the prime of his career at this point, that's going to soften the blow a lot from what you were about to lose. So, how do the Benjamins work in all this? Botrack tweeting out the following, saying, trading linebacker Hasson Reddick, the new team acquires a 1-year, $15.5 million deal with a $1 million roster bonus due by March 15th. You'd have to think that we're going to see the Eagles make that trade prior to then so they don't have to pay the roster bonus. And then on the Eagles end of things, you're looking at the dead cap pre-March 15th is about $20.6 million. If it is between March 15th and June 1st, it would be 21.6. And if it is post-June 1st, then you're looking at $6.8 million in 2024, $14.7 million in 2025. Reddick currently carries a $21.3 million cap hit with Philly. So with that being said, what would it take to get this trade done? I know there's been some rumblings about a potential first-round pick. The Ravens have a pick at 30, and so ideally you would like to hang on to that first-round pick since you're picking so late anyway. You got to take what you can get. So the next best solution for me, I think, is that you package the second and third-round pick. This is what I would offer first before considering the first-round pick. 62 overall, 93 overall, and then on top of that, of course, you're taking on the contract and then have to extend him and all that. To me, this could make a lot of sense. What do you guys think? Should the Ravens trade for Hasson Reddick? Weigh in the comments section. Let us know what you think. Y for yes, N for no on our pinned comment today. Let me know what you think. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time, the place to go for the best seats and the lowest prices guaranteed. Whether you're looking for tickets to sporting events, concerts, theater productions, comedy shows, and more, Game Time has got you covered. You don't need to be messing with the shady scalpers and all that. Don't get scammed. You're not getting scammed by Game Time, folks. Here's how it works. Choose the event you want to go to. They got the prices listed. Then you get to choose your seat and see if you like that seat or not. Look for those flash deals as well where you can save even more money. And then within a matter of moments, you are checking out, getting your tickets with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers, and you can save $20 off your first purchase when you use the promo code RavensChat. What are you waiting for? Download Game Time today. Terms and conditions do apply. Game Time, proud partner of Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. Glad to have them on board for today's show. All right, let's shift gears now and get to know Hasson Reddick a little bit more. The two-time Pro Bowler, as recently as 2023, was also named a second-team All-Pro in 2022. And that 2022 season, this is a guy that did a little bit of everything. Not only was it a part of a string of 4 straight seasons where he had 11 sacks or more, but also was the NFL's forced fumbles co-leader as well in 2022. This past season, Reddick's resume included 38 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, 11 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. The year prior, 16 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, 11 tackles for loss, 49 tackles. And you can see just consistently churning out some very good statistics over these last 4 years. Been very consistent. Now, you look at the Baltimore Ravens. We mentioned earlier about having 20 free agents, that you're not going to be able to bring everyone back. As of right now, the front 7 for the Baltimore Ravens includes the likes of Michael Pierce, Travis Jones, Broderick Washington, Tyus Bowser, Adafe Owe, Roquan Smith, Trenton Simpson, David Ajabo, Tavius Robinson, Malik Ham. Great to have Roquan Smith, obviously. But beyond that, there's something a little bit missing of sorts. The Ravens defense that's been so good, specifically what we saw in 2023, is clearly just missing something. Now, you might end up re-signing some of the guys that are hitting free agency anyway. But think about this. When it comes to Reddick, you're not just talking about a trade here, but also the money situation of what exactly you would have to pay to keep Reddick around. And the numbers here, let's kind of break those down piece by piece. This final year of his contract, he is set to make about $15.5 million. And his cap number spikes to about $21.8 million, okay? Spotrac puts a value of his next deal that they expect him to sign at about 2 years, $33.3 million. So close to $17 million a year is the money we're looking at for Hasson Reddick there. And the Ravens salary cap space, that's where it gets a little dicey. That's $7.32 million. You got to do the Dave Ramsey philosophy and make your money work for you in order to pull this off or to bring in some other guys. But bottom line, Ravens need to make a splash. Because as we told you in the program just last week, what's going to happen with this Baltimore Ravens team with what you're about to lose defensively is that you are going to take a step back. That's just the sad reality of the nature. The defense cannot and will be as good as it was in 2023. Now, hopefully the offense steps up and kind of carries the weight a little bit, but you need a splash. And for the Baltimore Ravens, Hasson Reddick could be that splash potentially. Who's a player the Ravens should add this offseason? If it's not Hasson Reddick, who is it? Weigh in the comment section. Let us know who you think the Ravens should bring in. Appreciate you joining us here on the channel today for the latest happenings on your favorite team. Subscribe now for free, and we'll see you next time.